It's time to bring it all together. Let's bind the 4 signatures into the cover of Barbara's Dephemerember journal. And let's create a hidden spine journal out of all of these loose pieces. Hi, it's Luise Heinzel. Welcome to this video. I'm totally excited because binding a journal is one of the most exciting and at the same time nerve-wracking things I could imagine, but we will do this together today. Just in case you're new here, let me quickly say something about Dephemerember and what that is, because this journal here is for Barbara and she will use this during Dephemerember, which is a December series about making ephemera for your junk journals. And of course, when I say Barbara, I'm talking about no one else than Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. We have already created these signatures, we have decorated the pages, we have created the cover and so on. You can find all of the videos linked below this one in my playlist. And don't forget to check out Barbara's channel because, and that is even more exciting than what I am doing here, she creates a journal for me and I will receive a journal from her for Dephemerember and I can't wait. I am so excited. Okay, so let's do this. We have a total of 4 signatures and I also have these 2 pieces for my cover. I need these 2 pieces because I want to create a hidden spine. The first thing we are going to need is this inner piece here. So let's put this away. And then I want to make sure that this is in the right direction and not upside down. Then I turn this around. And the next thing we are going to need is a little spine piece, which we can then put on here. This piece is exactly the height of my pages. And this is 7.5 centimeters wide. And I want to have a distance of 1.5 centimeters in between of the signatures. So we first have to measure everything so that we know where we have to put our signatures later. And for measuring that, I would like to use this tool, which I have new. This is the new ruler by Tonic Studios and Tim Holtz. And as you can see, it has these little holes where you can poke through. And I want to try out to measure everything with this ruler and then poke the holes with the help of these little guys. But you can also, of course, take your pokey tool, make little marks here and then, you know, just poke through the marks. But I want to try out if I can handle this procedure easier with this ruler because I have it new and I want to see if it's perhaps, a help for my struggling with measurements. I hate measuring. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to determine 6 rows of holes and I want to determine where those rows have to be. For that, I line this piece up with my signature. And then I take my fancy ruler here. Let's see. So I want to have 6 holes and to be honest, I kind of eyeball that where the hole shall be. I think here at 2 centimeters is a good point for the first row. So that means we need 2 centimeters from here to here as well. And then let's go to 5 here. So that means here we have a distance of 3 centimeters, but please determine that depending on the height of your pages. This can be a little different for you. But I think when I have made my measurements here, then you can see what I mean and you can then transfer that to your own journal. Because that is like a little bit different depending on the size of the pages. 1, 2, 3. So I make a distance of 3 centimeters here as well. So now we already have 4 holes, or the position for 4 holes. So we need 2 more. I would like to center this. So this is 21 centimeters. The half of that is 10.5. So let's go to 8. So then we need 13 here, so that these are now centered. Now I'm going to transfer these to the other side and connect them so that I really have a line. Now, to make my life easier, I will write 2, because 2 centimeters is here, 5 centimeters is here, and so on. That will make sense in a second. So then we are going to make a little arrow so that we know that here is the top, or here is the top. And I'm doing this thing with the arrow so that I can't turn this upside down accidentally. I mean, with these numbers, I just see that that nearly can't happen, but let's see. So then we take this, and then we determine the middle of this piece. Then I determine the middle of this. So then I take some bookbinder's glue. Why is this bottle so weird? I take the one by Craft Emotions. I like this bookbinder's glue really much. This is my, like all-purpose glue. What I have in this little bottle is also this glue. I glue nearly everything with this, and especially like sturdier paper on fabric or fabric on fabric. For that, this is really good. So then I'm going to take this and apply the glue here on the back. So let's then take this and glue this on here, following our little marks here, so that this then is exactly in the middle. And as you can see, on the top and the bottom, there's this little distance here, because of course this is a little bigger than the pages are. For a little bit more interest on this side later, I will take this to my sewing machine now, and I will sew around this here with a running stitch. So then it looks like this, but this is irrelevant because later on we of course will see this here. So next I take something to protect my surface here, and now you can use, for example, a pokey tool like this. This is the one from Tonic Studios, or an awl to make the holes into this piece. So now I'm really excited if this can work well with this ruler. I have really big hopes, because measuring, as I said, and as you could see, is really a struggle for me. So what do we have to do now? We have to put these holes in the ruler now exactly to the line we've made here. So that means I put it on here now so that I can see my little line, this line, through these holes, and I line it up here on the left. Don't know if you can see that line through the camera, but I can see it through the holes really clearly. That makes me totally happy. So then we said we want to have 1.5 centimeters in between of the signatures. That means here at 1.5, yeah, that is exactly here, that is this hole, I can make the first hole. Then the second one needs to be at 3 centimeters. The third one at 4.5 and 6 and 6. That looks pretty good. So I will continue with this method for all of the other rows. I think if you practice this a little bit, then you can get really fast in doing this. 1,5, 3, 4,5, 6. So next we are going to need a thread and a needle, and I like to use this book cradle to make the holes into my signatures. And because I know that many of you will ask me now where to get this tool, it's really sad. This is not available on Amazon anymore. Before I started recording this video, I checked it if it is perhaps again available, but it isn't. I bought this a very long time ago on Amazon. I don't know why they have removed it, but you can search for book cradle in the internet. On Etsy, for example, there are also people who are selling such a tool. If you don't have something like this, or if you can't find it, don't freak your freak. Please watch Barbara's video and look how she makes the holes into her signatures, because she also doesn't have such a thing. So I like to start with the last of my 4 signatures, but of course you can also start with the first one. For me, I found out it's easier for me when I start with the last one, but yeah, please, you do what you want. So I'm going to take the signature, put it in here, and I make sure that all of the pages are in the right position and nothing is upside down or whatever. So next I'm taking some paper clips to make sure that nothing can move here. So, and now our numbers here come in really handy, I think. We need holes now in the signature at 2, 5, 8, 13, 16 and 19 centimeters. And I want to poke them with the help of this ruler as well. So that, no way, no, this is approximately 2 millimeters too long to fit in here. Ah, no. Das gibt's jetzt nicht. Jetzt ist dieses Ding ungefähr 2 Millimeter zu groß, um hier hineinzupassen. What the F? I wanna freak my freak right now. Okay, let's take this out. Now I will show you what to do if you don't have a book cradle. Will ich das? No, I will not do, no, I will definitely not do that, because I'm afraid that I will not come through here correctly. Don't do things like this on Mondays. Just don't do it. I know for you it's probably Friday today, but for me, while I'm filming this, it's Monday. 2, 5. Is this permanent? Oh my goodness, hopefully not. Oh yes, it's permanent. Oh no. 8, 16 und 19. So I'm tracing the measurements from this to this, which fits into the cradle. Okay, so now I've put this in here so that I now can poke the holes here where my marks are. I don't know if that is going to become my favorite method of doing this, but now I have holes there, and that is the point. We need the holes. So then we make sure that we take this and turn that around, because the signatures want to be here, of course, now, and this piece is then hidden later. So this is the last signature, so I start here in the first hole of the last row. Then I take my signature and I go into the first hole here on the bottom. And now we just go in and out and in and out and in and out until we come to this hole here. That is totally easy. That means we go back into this hole. And I'm searching for the next hole here. Back into the next one through the signature. And I continue doing this until I come to this hole. So then we can open this and, what's this? Make sure that everything is really nice and tight. Make sure that you don't have loops here or here or here. So then our thread is here, so that we then can go into, what is that? Into the next hole here for the next signature. So then I can sew in the next signature with exactly the same method, in and out and in and out and so on, until I come to the bottom here with my thread, and I continue that until all of the signatures are sewn in. Whew, okay, so when we have that, first things first, a sip of coffee and be proud that you have managed it. So let's then make a little knot here. I just go through this little, oh, you can't see it, sorry. I just go through this little loop here and then make a knot so that this thread is then secure. So let's now take this, and now we have to glue this in here. So that means this part here has to line up with this. We have to make sure that this is in the right direction and not upside down. Oh my goodness, how often happened that to me? So this is in the right direction. Here is the top. Make sure that everything is correct, because when you now have this upside down, then, you know, if you have glued it, then it's there and you can't do anything except taking everything apart. Since this cover is pretty grungy and the frame here is not a rectangle, I have to eyeball this a little bit now. But of course, I want to make sure that this thing here is exactly in the middle, that it is straight, and that, you know, everything is in the right place. So for that, I take this without any glue and I just first position this so that I can see that everything is in the right position. To find the right position, you can also use some clamps like these. And then I take my bookbinder's glue and glue this whole thing together. First I glue this back flap, then the spine piece, and then the front flap. So then we are going to let this dry really well. So here we go. This is completely dry now. And now I would like to take this to my sewing machine again, because I want to sew around here to, yeah, it's not because of security reasons, but I just want to have a little decorative stitching here and also here on the back. So I will quickly do that. I think that looks really cute. And then from the inside, from my point of view, this looks more finished with this stitching here. I want to stamp the number 113 because this is journal number 113 I made. Okay, so that's it for today. If you want to see how Barbara has put the signatures into my Dephemerember journal, so exciting, then please check out her video. And of course, we will share a full flip through of our journals, but we do that when we are going to unbox the journals. So that means you will see the flip through of this journal on Barbara's channel when she is going to unbox it. And you will see the journal she made for me here on my channel as a flip through when I will unbox it. I can't wait. And I'm sure that here will happen the one or the other thing. on the pages. I'm not totally finished now. And what we also need is some storage spots, like for example belly bands or pockets and so on. So we have decided for some of those, yeah, on several of the pages, and of course you will see how we will create those in our upcoming videos as well. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed to our channels yet, then this is perhaps the best time to do it, to not miss the Dephemerember fun and of course the other fun we share on our channels. Have a very great and creative day and see you the next time. Bye bye.